your resident pictures into the active system so they can be seen from the roster and printed out on your tray cards, your assessments, your nourishment labels, and various other places within the active system. The mouse cursor on your sample desktop, which is shown on your screen now, is currently on the active system icon. We're going to double click that icon, and we are presented with the password screen where you input the password given to you by the active system staff. Now we are on the resident roster, which is the opening screen of the active system, and you'll notice the picture of the resident, of the currently highlighted resident, is in the upper right hand corner of the screen. Before we look at how to input these resident pictures into the system, let's review the command buttons which are to the right of the resident picture. If you place the mouse cursor over the button, which the mouse cursor now is a triangle with an A in the center, if you place it on the command button, you will be given an instruction line that tells you what the particular button is for. The button with an F on it is to place a filter or a mask over the resident's picture. If you click it, you get a box which asks you to input the degree of darkness of the filter from 1 to 10. If you put a number in there, you will see the filtered view of the resident. Now this particular option is for residents whose picture may or not be as complimentary as you would like, and you may want to protect the dignity of the resident. Therefore, you can place a filter over the resident's picture to protect the dignity and or somewhat of the identity, although it will allow the staff to still make some identification with the resident's picture. So we're going to now click that F button and take the filter off. The next button is the V button, and if you put the mouse cursor over that, you see that's to click this picture to make it view only. If you click that, then this picture will only be visible on the screen of the computer, and it will not print out on the tray card or any of the assessments or any of the reports from the active system. This confines the picture to be accessed only by the staff through the computer system. And you click that button to take the view only off. Now the archive button, the A button, if you click that, you are asked if you want to create an archive of this resident's pictures. Very often facilities would like to take a picture of residents once a year, and they archive the old picture, and this is how you do it. You just simply click this and click OK, and then it archives that picture, although the current picture still remains, as you can see. So what we've done is created a picture with the year attached to the end of the picture's file name in order to maintain a series of pictures for each resident within the system. And then the last button is the historical view of the archive picture, and that allows you to call up old pictures from previous years. So now let's look at how you go about putting the pictures into the active system. The first thing you need to do is make sure that you're selecting the Diet tab, and the mouse cursor has just selected the Diet tab, and now the mouse cursor is on the Put Pictures button, which is in the Cost Inventory section, and you simply click that button, and a program comes up that will allow you to assign the pictures to the resident numbers in the system. Okay, now this is assuming that you have a digital camera, you have taken the pictures of the residents, and you have loaded the pictures onto your computer. Now, some of the tips in taking pictures for the of the residents for the active system. One of the things that you need to make sure you do is that you get up very close to the resident when you take their picture. If you're more than 2 or 3 feet away from their face, then the picture will include their face as well as their top half of their body and a large part of the background, and it's not as good for identification if you take a picture that far away. So you really should get very close to the resident so that their face takes up most of the picture. And that's one of the big tips to follow whenever you're taking pictures. It's also good to have as much light as possible. And then you download the pictures from your camera to the computer using the software that comes with your digital camera. Now there are certain defaults, and most of the digital cameras will download the pictures to a My Pictures folder on your computer. So the major task here, or the main task, the most difficult thing about putting pictures into the active system is finding those pictures that you've downloaded to your computer on in the folder directory so that you can begin assigning them. Now in this program that's come up, the Put Resident Pictures utility, the mouse cursor is now in the upper left-hand box, and this is the file tree or the folder tree or the directory tree, whatever you want to call it. What it is a box that contains all of the folders within your computer. And now the object is to go through this directory tree and find the folder that contains the pictures of your residents. So the first thing you need to do is go up to the root directory, which is called the C directory, C:\\. That is the beginning of your computer directory tree. So you double click that, and what you will see is all of the folders that are in the computer, and you simply scroll down to what we would call in most computers is called the Documents and Settings folder. And now the mouse cursor is on the Documents and Settings folder, and you double click that, and now you have a listing of all the users folders in your computer. Now each one of these users folders probably has a My Documents folder, and inside that My Documents folder is very often a My Pictures folder. It's the My Pictures folder that probably contains your pictures of your residents. So the idea is to go through each one of these folders and find the My Documents folder. So we can, I know that in this particular example that it's in the My Owners folder, so we double click the My Owners folder and it opens up and you have 2 folders there. And now you double click the My Documents folder, and now you see the My Pictures folder, and you double click that. Okay, once you double click that, you'll see over in the right hand side in the smaller box at the top, you'll see a listing of files. Now the picture files have the file extension JPG, and you can see all of these files here have a .jpg on the end. That means that they are picture files. Now the object is to simply click one of them, and usually you would start at the top and just go down. But if we started at the top, the picture of the resident shows up in the lower left-hand box, a great big picture of the resident. Now the object is to know who this resident is and what their medical record number is. Okay, now that is assuming that you have put your residents into the active system under their medical record number. If you have simply accepted the temporary number when you're admitting the residents, then you would have to put in that temporary number. So it would be a good idea to have a printout of the roster of your residents and look in the Resno column. If we move this picture over, you'll see, no, it's not going to show. you will see right here on your roster is the Resno column where the hourglass sign is now. That is the column that you want to look into for the resident number to assign to this resident. So what you simply do is go up to the Resno box and you would type in the resident number. And this could be 1234 or 2468 for this resident. And once you have the resident number in there, then you simply click assign, and it tells you that this archive, you want to assign this archive. You click yes, and it creates it creates a picture under that resident number in the proper directory. Now this is simply saying that there's another resident number under that number. Do you want to copy over it? But usually that would not be the case. It'll simply say that the picture under that resident number was created, and it's created in the picture folder within the active system. So the idea here is put in the resident number or whatever's in the Resno column of the roster of your resident. You type that in here, and then you simply click assign, answer yes to the question that comes up, and the resident's picture is assigned. If we try another one here, you would assign this one 333-444-555. Okay, click assign, and yes. Click OK. Let's try another one. This one is we'll call this. We'll say we assign this resident number 222123. And click assign, and it's going to say that it's going to put this picture into the picture folder, and we have one that goes in the big picture folder. That's for your 8x10 glossies, and one is resized to make a smaller version that goes on the roster and your labels. That's what this box is for. But you simply click OK, and the picture is created. And that's all you do. That's how you put in all the pictures. You simply go down the line, and GIF file, it says here, does not work, but it has to be a JPG file. And you simply assign the pictures of the residents. Just going down the line and click them. You identify by looking at the picture who the resident is. You go to your printout of your roster, go to the Resno column of that resident, find out what resident number they're in the active system. Type that Resno in this box right here where the mouse cursor is pointing now. Once you type it in, you click assign, and let's type another example, 444222, and then click assign, and the box comes up. Click OK, and now you've assigned that that resident to that number, and it's placed that picture in the picture folder of the active system. That's all there is to it. You simply go down the list of picture files in the box where the cursor is now, and then you put in their resident number, click assign, and it puts them down here in this directory where the mouse cursor is now. And you'll see the whole listing of all of the pictures that are in your active system currently. Now, whenever you go into this, you may see some pictures in there already. That's the picture. Those are the pictures of the demo data that was installed when you installed your system. Those pictures will remain in there. Of course, you can go to that directory if you know how to use the Windows Explorer and delete those pictures if you wanted to. But that is where your pictures, when you assign them, that's where they'll be copied to. And that's it. When you're done, you click escape, and then you'll notice that the pictures you assigned are on your roster, and then they're available for printing on your tray cards, and printing on your labels, and printing on your nutritional assessments, and many other places throughout the active system. So that's the quick and easy way to put in the pictures. Please give us a call if you have any questions. We're glad to walk you through this. Again, the hardest part is finding that folder that you download your pictures to from your digital camera. Once you find that folder, then it's a simple task of clicking the file, identifying the resident, putting in the resident number in the Resno box, and then clicking assign. And within a few minutes you'll have all of your pictures assigned, and then you're good to go. Many facilities make this into a very special project where the residents get dressed up, they get their hair done, they make a very big deal about taking their picture. And the residents become very proud of their pictures on their tray cards and take a lot of pride in it. You can also do things like have residents take pictures with their pet that their family brings from home. You can also include one or two family members in that picture if they get real close together and you're taking the picture closely. They can have pictures of their family members with them on their tray card and in the other places where you put the picture. So it can become a very special event, and you can make it a special event once a year where the residents look forward to and anticipate having their picture taken for the year, and then you can give them an album of all the years that they've been with your facility and all the different pictures that have been taken of them through the years that has been their home. So it can be a very special thing for the residents, and encourage you to make it as special as possible for the residents when you take their pictures. So thank you very much for your time and interest, and give us a call for any questions, and we'll look forward to hearing from you.